What's going on, everyone? Michael Martin here from Yahoo Esports. We are at the tail end of West Coast Warzone. If you haven't seen the news by now, Punk won his first ranking event on the Capcom Pro Tour, so you got some points. I believe that puts you somewhere around 11th or 12th on the leaderboard currently. And also I have Evil Genius's ChrisG, who came in second. Let me start with you, Chris. Going into this match, we've been watching Punk stacking bodies all week, all weekend, E-League here. What was your game plan going in with this match against Punk in Grand Finals?
I was in winners, and I knew that no matter what happens, I still have a lot of games to go through. And obviously, Punk ran through losers, and I ran into him in Grand Finals. I was kind of scared, but I decided to try to play the matchup anyway. And when I had got that first game, I was actually really confident. And there was a point where things got really sour when I went for the long combo, and then I dropped it, and then things just started going really south afterwards, and I noticed I just started getting shimmied a lot more, and after the reset, I tried to really think about it, and I thought about playing a Buki. I did say if I was getting completely outplayed or destroyed, I would go to a Buki. But I realized that wasn't what was happening, and I just needed to tighten up my Guile. But he reset, and it went 1-1, and I was feeling confident again. And then I started making some more drops, and he started clutching it out, especially at that really big turning point. And what is it, the third game after the reset, and he got the sweep afterwards, and. When I did the crouching fierce, I was like, oh man, no, I went to the Sonic Boom and I messed up again, and he just steamrolled me the next game. It was over.
Do you think that that particular round you're talking about where he won with the sweep, which by the way, was that intentional, that sweep?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. It felt like things, because you just described it as a very competitive match, right? And up until that point, it kind of felt like he hit you with that sweep, and it was just what, you're over here what do I got to do, right? Do you feel like at that point the momentum had just clearly gone his way, and you're fighting an uphill battle?
Oh, of course. Like I said, when I was messing up and that point happened, it was pretty much a wrap, because he can take the next game however he chooses. So if he wants to YOLO, if he wants to go nuts, if he wants to do anything, he can pretty much do so. A lot of my punishes were really bad, with the double standing fierces instead of the full combo. So, I mean, again, he could just, at that point, he could just do whatever he wants. He could make a mistake, a lot of mistakes, and I wasn't capitalizing like I should be.
You talked about a potential character switch. You guys went to character select, and I was thinking, well, I don't particularly know how you feel about the matchup, so you said Ibuki. I thought maybe that he might think Urian or something like that. Having said that, looking back on this set, of course, you mentioned drop combos and things like that, but do you think there's anything you would have done differently?
I don't think I would have switched. Again, after I did play the first game. And, the first game, it tells a lot. It definitely showed me that, okay, I definitely can win this match. I just got, again, it's solid. Against a Karen, she can get in. If you're playing stupid, she could just bulldoze you. So, what I could do differently, just tighten up, because anything that happens against Guile is pretty much the Guile's fault. So it's when he started jumping a lot and I wasn't anti-airing, again, that's just all me. And, he played really well. I can't complain, just I got to do better next time.
He did really well. All right, let's take it over here to Punk. Man, you ran through losers, right? You lost, I think, one game going through losers before you hit Grand Finals.
I lost twice to Snake Eyes. Yeah.
So, coming into Grand Finals, you got ChrisG, you got to play this Guile. What's your game plan going into that match?
Well, to fight Guile, since I know the matchup really well, so my game plan is just to try to get him to stop shooting booms and to press more normals. I want him to whiff the sobot kick so I could just whiff punish it a lot. So I just try to make him keep using the sobot kick a lot more instead of shooting sonic booms. So that way I could just walk forward, or I could just stand at a certain range where to whiff and just whiff punish him. And from there, it's pretty much Karen's game.
Yeah. You taking notes on this?
No, I already knew what he was doing.
You mentioned like you know that matchup because I'm sure you've played NuckleDu plenty, right? I'm curious. We've seen like Chris's play style, NuckleDu's play style. NuckleDu might be a little bit more aggressive. That's just kind of how he is as a player. Any differences between the two that you saw that you could kind of take advantage of tonight?
I think his anti-airs are like more on point. So I can't really jump on but Chris let me jump a lot, so I just tried to exploit that. He started anti-airing later in the set, so I had to stop. But earlier, he let me jump a lot, so I just kept doing it. But I think Chris has better defense also. NuckleDu defense is terrible.
Maybe the best defense is a great offense. I don't know. Yeah, I think we've talked about this a lot. Your neutral game is great. Your whiff punishes are fantastic. I think a lot of people consider you really scary because you can just hit that crouching medium kick and done, right? I don't know. It's probably 100% confirmed. I don't know. We need to go look at the footage. But man, I think and Chris talked about it. One of the things that I feel like really stood out tonight was the shimmy game. I think Chris's shoes are still back there in the room. I don't know. Like you shimmied him so much out of his boots. Was that part of the game plan, or did you just kind of see that was working? And well, it's one of those things. If it works, keep doing it.
I mean, it's always part of the game plan. It's Karen, so she probably has the best shimmy in the game, or is up there. But yeah, once I start establishing that I'm gonna just throw you, I could just start shimmying you. And once you get shimmied 2-3 times, you're not going to attack anymore. You're going to take all the grabs. So I just try to make them stop attacking grab because I just want to grab you. I don't really want to shimmy people. I just want to grab them all day.
Speaking of that, how did you feel about them 4 throws in a row?
Like I said, there was a point where I folded, and that was definitely one of them. Because I don't know if you could see it, but I kept waking up with jab every single time. Like, it wasn't even blocking. I was literally just mashing jab. Yeah. And, again, it was stupid of me. I should have had a stronger mind. Yeah. It happens.
Yep. All right. Let's wrap this up. I know you've had a long weekend. You tired?
Yeah, actually, I'm really tired.
Yeah, 'cause I saw Mikey Samurai asking you to play some games, so I don't know if you want to go do that and get some rest. But I understand you're staying in NorCal for NorCal Regionals, so this is kind of your first time out here really on the West Coast Pro Tour-wise. We know you did ESL King of the Hill. What are you looking forward to when it comes to NorCal? The competition's going to be way tougher. How do you keep this momentum going into NorCal Regionals?
I'm not sure, really.
This is all new to you, right?
Yeah, I just try to play my game anywhere I go, so I'll just try to stay composed and not nervous. I was actually really nervous in grand finals, but I kept missing a lot of low forward confirms because when I get nervous, I just start doing it. But as long as I keep my nerves good, I think I could do well.
You think that's getting better as these events go along, with the nerves?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't think it's gotten any better because being nervous in grand finals is really bad. Yeah. But I think Chris, he was nervous, so it helped me because he missed a lot of punishes on the Tenko whiff, so it helped me a lot.
All right, so Du says East Coast NLBC is free. I'm going to ask you, you're out here, you got your first West Coast Warzone title. You're going to go try to get that NorCal Regionals title. Is the West Coast free?
I was the only East Coast player here. I think Chris is definitely still East Coast, but
honestly, he could say, like, when he said back there, West Coast was free, I'm like, I don't give a damn. I have no alliance to anybody. Like, I just represent me. Yeah. So, if he wants to say West Coast is free, that's cool. I got second, and in Marvel, I got second as well. Like, I'm just floating on by. So it's like, if any region is free, I don't care. This is ChrisG Nation,
So West Coast free, how about ChrisG Nation?
Nah, ChrisG is really good because, he's East Coast, so yeah, he still got the NY in his name. So, we East Coast, we got top 2. Okay. West Coast, they somewhere behind there.
So you're gonna hold on to that allegiance.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good to me, guys. Chris, congratulations, second place in Marvel, as you mentioned. Also, Street Fighter V. I know it's
First place loser.
I know it's not the outcome you wanted, but you played hard. I think we all saw that. I expect big things out of you. You got some points too on the leaderboard. So obviously, the more you get out there and get some points, hopefully we'll see you climb up that leaderboard and get into Capcom Cup. Punk, obviously, congratulations to you. Fantastic weekend. I know you're tired. It's crazy weekend. You're gonna have to build up that endurance because I feel like you're gonna be doing a lot more of these. But that said, we're gonna wrap it up here at West Coast Warzone 6. I'm Michael Martin. This is Yahoo Esports. We'll catch you later.